Hello everyone and welcome to a new video from Your Overwatch. I'm Eddie the Chump and today we're going to have a conversation about the PTR version of Sombra. The basis for this video will be a form of meta prediction, because despite the PTR not being the best test environment in the world, especially when numerous heroes get changes at one time, which means the comps are all over the place, we do feel that in this particular case, it's actually quite possible to gaze into our crystal ball and see where this hero is headed. It's my impression that Sombra will be a very important character moving forward, particularly in the matchmaking environment if she goes live as she is currently on the PTR. There's quite a few reasons for why we think that. One is the much quicker hack speed and the added effects to some heroes. No double jump for Genji, Mercy will just fall out of the sky, and Lucio is totally wrecked with no wall running or active song once hacked. The increased translocator time from 15 to 20 seconds also gives her much more room to operate. Likewise, the better weapon spread and better opportunist passive give her the tools to pick the right target and pounce it more effectively. So how does all of that change the way that she's going to be played? Well, the best Sombras currently play in a deadly counter-engage style, whereby the denial of health packs, EMP threat, and backline assassinations can really exploit matchmaking teams with poor coordination. It can be an absolute nightmare to have to play into, especially on modes where the win condition is really strict. Think about 2CP in particular. Attacking Anubis' second point against a Sombra can be so precarious it can make some people not want to leave their spawn room. Well, the new Sombra will actually be better at this opportunist/disruptor playstyle, but at the cost of EMP utility built from health packs, as she no longer does that. EMP will still be a factor, it's not removed from the game, but the mark of a good Sombra will be in how much they can take advantage of the rest of her kit's added potency. It's a good thing then that those changes are really strong. The benefit of her hack being faster can really not be overstated. It makes her much more applicable against heroes that with the older slower hack, she wasn't always guaranteed to get utility against. Tracer is one of the best examples of this improved matchup. On the PTR, it is much easier to get a hack off against a Tracer, who, if hacked, is an absolute sitting duck. As a hero that relies on her mobility, suddenly not having that can leave her feeling extremely vulnerable. So much so, it's to the point where if you play it correctly, Sombra now feels like an actual counterpick to Tracer. I even recommended to Liam, who plays Tracer a lot, that he pick up the new Sombra as a pocket character. I really feel that when this new Sombra goes live, that there are going to be situations where picking Sombra ahead of Tracer is actually going to be the play. But it's not just that one example. She's also going to be a legit answer to Moira and the comps that rely on her massive healing potential, which is good, at least as far as matchmaking goes, because tank heavy lineups with a Moira to prop them up are already popular and are probably going to be even more ubiquitous next season. One of the challenges with that sort of lineup is that Moira isn't a good dive target for traditional dive heroes because it's so easy for her to evade, heal, and stay alive. It can be a bit of a fruitless task to try and pounce her with more conventional dive picks. However, this is where the new Sombra comes in. Once hacked, Moira becomes very vulnerable, and the comps she props up are actually pretty bad if she's not present. However, even when hacked, Moira still presents a little bit more of a challenge than other support heroes. A hacked Lucio, Mercy, Zen, or Ana are a fairly easy target for Sombra to assassinate herself, especially when you take into account that the new Sombra has better weapon spread. However, there are things about Moira that even when hacked makes her a bit more of a challenge. Because she has auto lock-on damage that also life steals from her target, it can be difficult for Sombra to leverage her more sustained spray-like damage in quick enough fashion for Moira to not outlive the hack's effects. If she does do that, then you're in a little bit of trouble. Wait a minute, Eddie, you said she was a legit answer and now you're saying it's difficult to do. Well, let me clarify. It can be difficult if you play the matchup like a traditional Sombra 1v1 assassination fight, but instead, if you think of the hack as a setup play for the rest of your team to take advantage of and pounce the Moira, then it really is one of the best answers to a hero that can be very difficult to pin down. A hack onto a Moira holding up a multi-tank comp is a huge play, but only if followed up on and confirmed by your team. And that, I feel, is a key detail in understanding the new Sombra. She still has that solo lone wolf assassin type playstyle, but she's now even better at setting up her team with really good decision making about who to hack and when. Sombra's new kit gives gives her much more time and space to pick that right hack. She's going to be exceptionally powerful in the right context in matchmaking, and a good example of that is how useful she can be against tanks, who also provide a good target for her when they're shaping up to initiate. That might not be anything fantastically new, but remember, the new speed of your hack will definitely catch people off guard. A Ryan or an Orisa who can't shield, a Winston who can't jump or bubble, or a Diva who can't defense matrix can't do their job. If they fail, so do the teams behind them. Good tank play is hard enough currently in matchmaking. Imagine how horrible it's going to be playing into a team who hack your main tank instantly every fight and then pounce on you. With just a fraction of coordination, the new Sombra can be very, very scary. Oh, and by the way, if you've taken any damage, Sombra can see where you're setting up. The one downside is that to allow room for all this added effectiveness in her core kit, something else had to make room for it. Now, I'm not going to say that the effective nerf to building EMP is insignificant. The fact is, it will be up less often, and it was a big part of the reason why playing into a comp, say on 2CP with a Sombra, was so difficult. But that value isn't totally lost. The EMPs that you do charge will have to be used more judiciously. The new Sombra does require you to be a bit of a better player and make better decisions, but you really do have, at least in my opinion, a much better toolset to make those key plays. Players who master the more nuanced Sombra kit stand a really good chance of being very effective in the ranked environment. I think we're going to see Sombra a lot in Season 9, so if you've never learned how to play her, now would be a really good time to jump on the PTR and start to get to grips with her. Let me know in the comments what you think about the PTR version of Sombra and what you see as her place in the game. I really hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please don't forget to leave a rating. If you never want to miss another video again, please click the bell icon next to the subscribe button on our channel to join the notification squad. You'll be in great company. And finally, please follow the Your Overwatch Twitter. It's where you can find updates about new videos and other cool stuff. I've been Eddie the Chump, and until next time.